show you the exact Instagram ad framework that made me $50,000 in February 2025 with a 14.3x return on ad spend. And in most of my ads, I'm not even talking. And no, I'm not running DM, VSL ads, or lead form ads at all thanks to a very specific Instagram ad setup that anyone can do and that a lot of your favorite gurus are secretly running without telling you about it. So sit back, grab a pen and paper, and in the next 8 minutes, I'll walk you through my exact ad script, my exact targeting, my exact strategy, so you can steal it and use it for yourself. And once you start using it, you can escape the cold outreach trap forever and start attracting your dream clients. It's what allowed me to build my dream business where I can attract clients to me instead of working 10 hours a day with manual work and slaving away. Because to be honest, running ads is the only way to predictably scale a business without slaving away. Now, the most important thing to understand about these ads is that they're indirect, because people are sick and tired of being marketed to and getting into these long salesy funnels where there's no personal connection, and the only people that win in those funnels are the biggest creators who have the most $1,000, $10,000 a day ad spend. Of course, you can win with a funnel like that because the volume is just insane and the authority that they have is really, really high. But the way we can actually compete in the market is by adding personal connection and having small asks and differentiating ourselves by having the funnel be super, super natural. And so you've probably heard of follower ads, and they're the most powerful ads you can run, because if you're running VSL, DM ads, you're competing with the biggest people in the space. And funnel ads that allows us to bring in personal connection and have a very, very natural funnel. Now, with this, there's a lot of different ways to run follower ads, and 95% of these campaigns are unsuccessful. Like, everyone is wasting money on these. So what I'm going to do, because I want you to win, is I'm going to show you my exact scripts, so you can just go ahead and copy them and have massive success with this. So basically you have like the typical follower ad, which is like a problem solution, and it's like you try to give value, you come with a hook, and then at the end you hit them with like social proof and a call to action. Now the truth is, like, with this, because you're kind of like having to tell people that you're amazing and tell people that you're all this and your client are getting all these results, people don't really trust you, especially if you're young like me. People, they don't really take you seriously, so these ads, they don't really work that well. I've had success with them in the past, but most people, they don't really do it well. Now, you also have like these ads, which are like a chill creative, which is like they're super easy, they have a super low cost per click. But what I've found though is that these ads, it's like they don't have enough depth to really make people take action. It doesn't have a problem, it doesn't have a solution, it doesn't have credibility. It's just this like small thing, which is chill, like you're showing off what you're doing instead of telling them, but it's missing a few things for it to become a really good creative. And so I'm literally just going to show you the creatives I'm running right now that are making me a lot of money. So first of all, it's this one. And basically the idea behind this ad is to show social proof, show that someone who they respects me. And that positions me as an authority, because even if I'm young, I can steal authority from this person, right? And so me having this testimonial, it's a really good ad. And the other one is this one. I was also performing really well because this guy, as well as, it being a testimonial and it having credibility, what he's saying is that he's tried this for such a long time. He's lost a lot of money. We're presenting a problem. And he's also saying that he was stuck in an organic hamster wheel. And then he's positioning working with me as a solution. And it's still just a profile visit ad. So we're having this really strong ad that people would run a similar structure to get direct sales or to get direct signups. And we're just running them to profile visits. Because people think you should just run normal follower ads for followers. You should run these ads that go hard on the problem, go hard on the agitation, and then you run them for followers. Because now it's like a really strong ad, small ask, but most people are doing weak ads and then a small ask, and that's why it's not working well. And the reason I literally found out of this too is because like Russell Brunson says, he's putting thousands of dollars a day into these testimonial ads, and they're just performing really well because it positions you as the authority. So yeah, you can feel free to copy those ads, and I'm not saying they'll be as successful as mine. If you want them to though, you can go ahead and subscribe to me here on YouTube. Just make sure I don't show it to competitors, because you don't want them to see the sauce that I'm about to drop in this video and some of my other videos. Now that should kind of give you an idea on like what the ad should be about, the ad script and so on. But anyone can make a good like storyboard or idea for an ad. But what you really got to do to get exceptional results is have a super good creative. And so I'll go ahead and walk you through what a super good creative looks like. The biggest thing is like the principle of showing instead of telling. So everything that we talk about, we want to show right here. So first of all, like this guy, we're showing the lifestyle that he's getting because he's worked with me. We're showing the desired outcome. We're showing that he's a real person in the niche. We're showing the gurus that he listened to when he started in the start. And we're showing how much money he's lost from his ads with literally the Google sheet that he tracked it on. And we're literally showing the ads that he tried to run, which were the typical follower ads. And as well as that, like he's talking about like when he says, yeah, now we literally showed the new ad that we started running for him that did really, really well. And then actually the Slack message where he explained the result. And so we're showing and not telling. That's the biggest principle when it comes to this, right? If you're good at like showing instead of telling, and that's like something that you really got to input into your brain is show, not tell. And once you do this, your ads are going to get so much better results. And so when it comes to this though, if you send this off to an editor and you want that really, really clean edit, they're not really going to understand this principle. But there is a way that you can make sure that every editor actually makes super, super good ads for you, which I'll go ahead and show you. So yeah, and it's called making a storyboard. So you make a storyboard with your editor with all the images so that they literally can't fail. Like they literally can't make mistakes. And so what we do is we attach examples of everything and a picture that they should include and the link to everything. And also like all the graphics that they'll need to use. And we also record a loom on it and tell them to leverage the storyboard and also record the footage. And then we send this over and then no editor will actually fail on making the ads. And then, if you now have set up like a super, super good ad structure and you have a super good creative with super good editing, you made fantastic progress, but that's not going to matter if it's just showed to people that are not your ideal audience. So I'll go ahead and show you some of the like targeting options that you can do in the space and also which one I'm doing right now. So like if you already have a qualified audience, what you can do is you can do boosted reels on auto targeting. And in a niche where it's possible, you can actually run a lookalike audience. So lookalike audience is like where you scrape high ticket coaches. For example, for me, I'll scrape high ticket coaches, put them in a list, and it'll go to people that are similar to that. So you can run a lookalike. You can do boosted reels and auto targeting. That's basically going to be a lookalike to your followers. And then the one that I'm running on my ads right now that's doing really well is broad targeting, where you let your creator do the targeting and just give it some my like ideas on what the interest could be: coaching, content marketing, lead generation, and social media marketing. And those are the interests that I'm running right now, and they're doing really, really well. And so those are the targeting options that I would recommend. Now, the last part of this, though, is that you need to be able to make data-driven decisions. So you need to be tracking everything. Like some people that just track the CDR, that just track these numbers that don't really mean anything. There's one metric that really, really matters, and that's the cost per qualified call. And that's what we should really, really be worrying about. And there are so many things in the funnel that could be the bottleneck. So what you want to do is track everything and make sure that you're solving the bottlenecks as soon as they come up. So an example of this would be my tracker right here. So basically what I'll have, so to show you an example, here's what I'm tracking. So I'm tracking the ad spend each day, the follows each day, the DMs that are being sent by the setter, so the setter will go ahead and plug this in, the conversations that are being started, the calls that are being booked, and then, calls taken, close percentage, calls closed, cash collected. And then this tracking sheet, it will automatically add this to your yearly view after you like plug in each month. So this tracking sheet is super good because it's all the metrics that you need for follower ads, and it allows you to make data-driven decisions. Because if the follows on the DMs are good, and if the DMs to convo is good, the opener is good. But then, if the calls booked is bad, then you know that the problem is in your appointment booking sequence. And if the show percentage is bad, then you know that it's because of the pre-call sequence and the authority that you built. And then obviously here you can also see if your sales is the problem, right? So you're able to solve these bottlenecks in your funnel like methodically because you're tracking all of the numbers. And I guarantee if you run these ads and you use the tracking sheet, you track the data, in the next 3 months, you'll never have a lead generation problem again, as long as you do this and fix the bottlenecks. And so if you want the exact tracking sheet I use, I'll send it over to you. Just DM me sheet on Instagram and I'll send it to you.